Good morning and welcome to the homestead. Today I have to work on a couple of recipes because I have a problem. Well, it's a good problem to have. I have too much eggs. I have 2 dozen eggs. Now I'm gonna let this tea steep a little bit, and I also want to give you an update on the onions that I sowed last week with you guys. I will show you that in the grow room. Let's go. I hope you can see. I have a lot of onions that are sprouting. Down here as well. The bottom tray, yeah, there's some a little bit, but I will bring you back in my kitchen and we will work on my little problem of having too much eggs. Now I have some beautiful eggs washed. Here's a dozen. I'll be working on 3 recipes. I will keep 8 for tonight's dinner. I will be making like a burrito omelet with some tortillas. We also have some microgreens, and I will add some cheese. So that will be my 4th recipe, but it's for tonight's dinner, so I'm not gonna cook it with you guys because I prefer cooking the eggs for the omelet tonight. The number 1 recipe is something I do very often. It's those mini thin crepes. I do a 3 times batch. I will freeze 2 and I will keep 1 for snacks, for weekends, or whatever for the kids. And it's really easy to just take out a pan, cook it. It's super fast. You will need, I will say the amounts for 3 times the recipe. But if you want to do only 1, you can put it in you can just divide the recipe by 3. I am using the Nutrimil Artiste. It's like a super high-tech robot, but you can do it by hand, you can do it in your KitchenAid. It's just when you do 3 times the recipe, it's easier to do it with that, and I am doing it with the whisks. You will start by putting 3 cups of flour. I am using all-purpose. And then I will add 6 tablespoons of sugar. And it says like a pinch of salt, so I do 3 pinches of salt. I will put my dough. Ooh, problem with the light. Let's adjust. There you go. Now, put the dough on. I'm gonna mix it. From there, I will add 6 eggs. My bowl's a bit small. Oh, okay, it fits. All in there. I will add a 1.5 cups of milk. Like I said, the amounts I'm saying now is for doing the recipe 3 times. I mix it. Put this away. And I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now that everything is mixed very well, I will add the rest of the milk. So I just added a cup and a half. I will add 2 more, so that's 3 more cups. And you mix it. Last thing is you add 3 tablespoons of melted butter. That's it. You have crepes ready. I will put them in, these are 1.5 liters. They're close to ½ gallon mason jars. You can put them in containers and ziplocks, freeze them in ziplocks. I will fill these, put them in the fridge. I normally do this on Thursday nights or Friday night for Sunday and Saturday and Monday. For Saturday morning and Sunday morning, because when I wake up with the kids, or my husband wakes up with the kids are like, we're hungry. So you just unthaw it, put it in the fridge, and then it's ready. You give a good shake, and then you can cook it. And there you can just cut bananas, strawberries, or even frozen fruits. You can do a meal with them. I sometimes, when I have leftover ham, when the crepe is like super close being ready on the second side after cooking it, I will just throw some, you can add marinated asparagus, you can add ham with cheese, and then you just make like a sandwich, so it becomes like a brunch type of meal. So it's very flexible, and this is why I always do 3 times the recipe to make sure that I have some for the current weekend, and for at least 1 or 2 more weekends. I like to be prepared for that. Some loaf pans with some parchment, and I will be working on a double batch of lemon bread. 1 will go to the freezer, 1 or 1.5 will go to the freezer, and the rest will be for snacks. Are ready? I have a cup of softened butter in there, in the Nutrimel Artiste, and I will be adding, like I said, I'm doubling this recipe. I will be adding 2 cups of sugar, and I will cream this. I am using the paddle attachments. Now that the butter's creamed, like you want it really fluffy, let me show you. So this is the consistency you were looking at. Now that the sugar and the butter is all fluffed up, I will be adding the eggs 1 at a time. So that's 4 eggs. Oh. I have sifted 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt in here. I will put half of the flour and half a cup of milk, and then the rest of the flour, and then the remaining of the milk, which is a total of 1 cup of milk. About half. So there goes a total of 3 cups of flour and the rest of the ingredients that was in here, and the second half a cup for a total of 1 cup of milk. That is all mixed up. I'm going to add 4 teaspoons of rind, of lemon rind. This is all done. I will remove the paddle. This is the part where the kids really like when I bake, because they always get the paddles. Now, I'm kidless, so I get to eat them later. Oop. I will divide this in 2, put them in my loaf pans. I have preheated, well, the oven was still preheated from the previous recipe, so I will put it at 350, and this depends of your stove. Sometimes 3/4 of an hour, it all depends, but you just do the toothpick or the knife test and you know when your bread loaf is ready. So let's do that, and I will tuck it in the oven and I will see you when it's all cooked. Baking sometimes is a mess, but so worth it. There's one thing I forgot to do. I will do that right away, and then you will see it going in the oven. Now that everything is in the fridge or in the freezer or baked or in the process of being baked, I now have to deal with the dark side of baking, which is making dishes. So now my kitchen is a epic chaos, hot mess, but I'm really happy I've done all of this now. On the 25 eggs I had, I miscalculated. It was not 24, I had 25. I had a duck egg. I will be using 8 tonight for my dinner. That will leave me for 5 for either boiling them over the weekend or making egg salad or sandwiches and stuff like that. I will be finishing my tea, doing the dishes, and that's pretty much it. Again, thanks a lot for following my journey. I really love sharing the recipes I found over the years, because when I started, I did not know where to look. And now that I have like a binder of go-to recipes, I love sharing them with you, because if you know I'm sharing them with you, you know that I tested them and my family loves them. And now you can make them too. They're super easy. The ingredients are easy. You can get them at your grocery store. So have yourself a wonderful day, and thanks again for popping in. Oh, I love them. Smell the vision. Here, taste.